U.S. President Barack Obama has called for greater federal spending to equip police officers in the U.S. with body cameras following the shooting death of the unarmed black teenager Michael Brown. For more, Paul E. is joining us from the News Center. Paul, this plan looks like it's going to cost some money, hundreds of millions of dollars over the next couple of years. What's the long-term goal for what appears to be quite an ambitious plan for now?
Well, according to the White House, this new initiative aims to tackle the growing divide between police and the communities they seek to serve amid the fallout from racially charged protests in Ferguson, Missouri. Obama says he's deeply invested in making sure these measures are realized, along with reforms to law enforcement agencies across the nation. Our Lee Ji-yoon has more.
Inside the White House on Monday, President Barack Obama held a series of meetings focused on what can be learned from the situation in Ferguson.
When any part of the American family does not feel like it is being treated fairly, that's a problem for all of us.
America continues to react to the Ferguson grand jury decision to not indict white police officer Darren Wilson in the fatal shooting of unarmed black teenager Michael Brown. In response, President Obama is calling for a 3-year, $263 million spending package to reform policing in the U.S. This package would include expanded police training programs with $75 million set aside to buy 50,000 body cameras for police officers. The president is also setting up a special task force chaired by a police commissioner and a university professor.
They are going to co-chair a task force that is not only going to reach out and listen to law enforcement, community activists, other stakeholders, but is going to report to me specifically in 90 days with concrete recommendations, including best practices for communities where law enforcement and neighborhoods are working well together.
Those at the meeting said the president seemed serious about bridging deeply rooted divisions. The NFL said Monday that it will not punish the St. Louis Rams players who on Sunday walked onto the field with their hands raised, mimicking those who protested the Michael Brown shooting with hands up, don't shoot gestures. The St. Louis Police Officers Association said the gesture was, quote, tasteless, offensive, and inflammatory. Lee Ji-yoon, Arirang News.